Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the Summer Living Collection Part 1 and 2. These are from Glisten and Glow. They were sent to me for review and they are available right now. So I'll go ahead and leave that storefront down below. This collection consists of 5 beautiful bright neons that water marble as well as stamp, and then also 3 acrylics. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into the review. I also played underneath the black or UV lighting with these, and I think you guys are really going to love how these look. So first up today is watermelons and water slides, and this one is described simply as a bright neon pink. So of course, these are neons. They're going to be a little bit hard to get completely color accurate. So I have tried to do my very best. This one is searingly neon. It goes on super smooth. It's not completely opaque in just one, but really, really close. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how it built up for me with a quick second coat. 2 coats it does bring this polish completely opaque. These do dry down fairly glossy. However, I definitely recommend going in with a coat of the Glisten and Glow top coat because simply it's my favorite. It's going to give you a nice glossy rock hard finish in no time at all. So here is a look at that completed mani at just 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting and then under black light. You guys, these are like in your face, a blaring neon under black lights, and I love it. So here's a look at that completed mani once more, and then we're going to move on to the bright neon orange. So this is Slushies and Sun Tans. It is a true like traffic cone neon. Here it's not showing up completely accurate. I tried to even like darken it up a little bit post filming, but this one was so bright my camera just wanted nothing to do with it. However, the formula is beautiful. It goes on nice and creamy, really smooth. It goes exactly where you put it. I didn't have to deal with flooding or any staining issues with this one either. Sometimes that can be an issue with these bright and neon oranges. No problem here. At 2 coats, it was almost completely opaque. I did have a tiny flash of visible nail line, so I did opt to go in for that third and final coat. I do feel like this one completely deserves it. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats. This is color accurate here before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting and then underneath the black light. So all I do is I have my black light on all the time, and then I turn down my ring light and it immediately pops this color. I didn't edit that at all. So there is that final look at that completed mani. And then next is this bright neon yellow. So this is barbecue and ball games. And this one is again a true neon. It has a great formula. None of these you're going to have to worry about using a white base coat to make them pop. They're just going to do that all on their own. This first coat, again, really creamy, really smooth. It is a little bit sheer, so I am going to go ahead and let that dry down and then show you how it built up for me with a quick second coat. 2 coats is going to bump up that opacity and cover up my visible nail lines a little bit. However, mine are really quite strong. So I am going to go ahead and let this dry down once more and then complete this mani with a third and final coat. 3 coats is completely opaque. I didn't have any issues with still being able to see my nail lines. So really, really in love with how great the formula is on this. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. And then I'm going to adjust the lights down a little bit. I kind of liked not editing out me dimming the lights because you can really see these come to life that way. This one glows a brilliantly green, which I love. So here is a look at that completed mani with the bottle underneath that same artificial lighting. So next up is road trips and roller coasters, and this is a bright neon green. Of all the polishes that wanted to throw my camera for a loop, and this one I think was the most intense. It's showing up a little bit more blue on camera than it is in person. It is super, super bright. This is like a typical, like classic Nickelodeon slime green. So there's a look at that first coat. It did lay down a nice base. However, it was not completely opaque, so I am going to go ahead and finish it up with a quick second coat. This one is going to depend on your personal preference, whether you want to go in for just 2 or 3. I had just a hint of visible nail line left at 2, so I did go ahead and go in for that third and final coat for today. I could not be happier with this finish, and I know like I already have people in mind or who are going to go bananas over this polish. So here's a look at that completed mani at 3 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting, and then I'm going to dim the lights and let that black light shine through. So these are super, super beautiful in black lighting. Like, I'm in love with them. Even my daughter, when she'd walk past and I'd film, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, your nails are glowing." So here's a look at that completed mani once more with the bottle underneath my artificial lighting. So next up is a Minigolf and a margaritas, and this one is described simply as a neon blue cream. So this one is a little bit, has a touch of pastel on there, very ocean blue. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it applied for me on my natural nail today. So here is a look at that first easy coat. The formula on these couldn't get any better, just really smooth and easy to use. I had no issues. It's not completely opaque in one for me, so I did decide to go in for a quick second coat for today. 2 coats gives you exactly what's in the bottle on your nails. This is a beautiful blue. I didn't have any issues with staining. It does not react under UV or black lighting, just maybe barely, nothing compared to the others. However, it's beautiful just in its own right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it did for me under those lightings just so you can see in person so you know what to expect. So maybe just like a deep purple glow. It's not going to be intense on the nail, so this is one that you want to wear just out in your regular summer days. So here is a look at that completed mating. What's more, at 2 coats underneath artificial lighting. So the last cream I have for today is a flip-flops and a fireworks, and she is described as a neon purple polish. So this one does have a touch of pink in there as well, almost an orchid purple. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to apply it for me on my natural nail today. So there is a look at that first easy coat. Again, really creamy, easy to use, no complaints at all. One coat was really nice, almost completely opaque. I did want to go ahead and go in for that quick second coat just to get all the way up to my sidewalls and make sure it's complete coverage. These do, again, dry down fairly glossy. So here is a look at that completed mani. I just 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. Then we're going to adjust the lighting real quick to let this beauty shine through. This one surprised me the most, I think, because it glows like a bright, brilliant, hot pink. Super fun to play with. So then this is a look at that completed mani at 2 coats with the bottle underneath my artificial lighting. So next I also do have one of the Crellies to share with you today. This is Snow Cones and Skinny Dipping. And she is described as a white-based glitter Crellie that's loaded with various sizes and shaped neon glitters in shades of pink, purple, green, blue, yellow, and orange. So you get the whole rainbow here on the nail. These are kind of like pastel bright neons. So here is a look at that first easy coat. I could not believe the amount of glitter I got on the nail in just one coat. I did have to work it out a little bit just to convince it to go down towards the tip. However, that formula is great. All of these glitters are beautifully suspended. I didn't have to fish for any of them at all. 2 coats is going to bring this polish completely opaque with no issues, a beautiful milky finish, and you guys know those neon glitters are going to pop under UV lighting. So here is a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. I do recommend going in with 1 coat of the Glisten and Glow top coat just to smooth out any of those glitters. And this is what this looks like under black lighting. This is like straight up 90s splatter paint. I could not be more in love with this polish. So here is a look at that completed mani once more at 2 coats with a glossy top coat underneath artificial lighting. There are also 2 other Crellies that are available with this collection, a pink and then a teal. So definitely check out the storefront if you're interested in those. But here's a look at how these bottles glow just under UV lighting. These are seriously so bright. They were shining from the underside of my nail. So if you have somewhere to be this summer that includes black lighting, I know I have a birthday party coming up that I'm sure these are going to make an appearance at. These are phenomenal. So that's all I have for today. A big thank you to Jill from Glisten and Glow for sending these my way. If you'd like to see more, you can also follow me on Instagram at Sloppy Swatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.